Hello, teachers. My name is Teacher Joanne, and I'd like to welcome you to Teacher's Pet Automated Interview Practice video. So, I'm here to help you to prepare for your next ESL interview in this video. And we'll go through some of the most commonly asked questions you might encounter during an interview for an ESL teaching position. So here's how it works. I'll ask you a question and then you'll have a moment to hit pause and think about how you would like to answer. And once you're ready, hit play. Okay, and then I will provide you with a suggested response and explain why it's effective. So this practice session is also a great way to build your confidence and refine your answers so you can feel fully prepared when the real interview comes along. So grab a notebook, a pen, a pencil, find a quiet space, and let's get started. Okay. All right, so let's get started with question number 1. So, can you describe your teaching philosophy and approach to teaching English as a second language? You can hit the pause. All right, so let's see what the recommended answer is. My teaching philosophy centers around creating a student-centered learning environment where students are encouraged to actively participate and engage with the material. I believe in adapting my teaching methods to suit individual needs of each student. Recognizing that everyone learns differently, I use a variety of techniques, such as communicative language teaching, CLT, task-based learning, TBL, and total physical response, TPR, to ensure that lessons are interactive, practical, and tailor-developed to all language skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So this is a very well-rounded answer. I would take notes from this as it points out all the key areas and techniques that online teachers use, and also highlights the fact that you are adaptable, so you can adapt to your students' needs. Okay, so let's see what is next. Okay, so let's look at question number 2. How do you handle a class with students of varying English proficiency levels? Hit the pause button. All right, so we're back. Let's have a look at the suggested answer for question 2. So, in a mixed ability classroom, I differentiate instruction by using a variety of teaching materials and strategies. I might provide different tasks that cater to different proficiency levels, or use pair and group work to allow students to support one another. I also use scaffolding techniques such as modeling, visual aids, and simplified instructions to ensure that all students can access the lesson content. Additionally, I offer more advanced students extension activities to challenge them while ensuring beginner students receive the foundational support they need. All right, so this is also a very well-rounded response and focused on when you are teaching group classes. So with group classes, we have to cater to every student in that class. So this gives you a breakdown of how you can excel at this and how you make sure that every student is attended to. So a brilliant answer. Like I said with the previous one, take some tips from this. It will definitely help you in your real interview. All right, so let's have a look at the next question. All right, so we are up to question number 3. How do you incorporate cultural awareness into your lessons? Hit the pause button. All right, so we're back for the suggested answer for question number 3. So let's have a look. Cultural awareness is a critical component of language learning. I integrate cultural elements into my lessons by using culturally diverse materials, such as stories, videos, and news articles that reflect different perspectives. I also encourage discussions about cultural norms, practices, and traditions, both from the students' home countries and from English-speaking countries. Activities like role-playing and cultural exchange projects help students understand and appreciate cultural differences and develop intercultural communication skills. So this is a very good answer to that question. The students want to learn to speak English for the purpose of being able to communicate with English speaking people in English countries. So it's a very, very important one to be prepared for, in my views. All right, so let's have a look at the next question. Hi. Okay, so let us move on to question 4. So, how do you assess and track student progress in your ESL classroom? Hit the pause button. Hi. All right, so let's move on to the suggested answer for number 4. So, I use a variety of formative and summative assessment methods to gauge student progress. Formative assessments such as quizzes, class participation, and homework assignments can provide ongoing feedback and help me identify areas where students need additional support. Summative assessments such as midterm and final exams or major projects measure overall progress at key points. I also keep detailed records of student performance, conduct regular progress reviews, and provide personalized feedback to help students set goals and stay motivated. All right, so that is a very good overall answer. And I would definitely take note of what is in here and customize it to how you would say. But student feedback is also, it's very, very important. So yes, feedback, homework, all the things mentioned in here are great. Okay, so let us see what question number 5 is. All right, so question number 5. How do you handle classroom management and maintain a positive learning environment? All right, so welcome back. And we will be going over the suggested answer for question 5. I believe that clear expectations and consistency are key to effective classroom management. I establish ground rules from the beginning and reinforce them regularly. I use positive reinforcement to encourage good behavior and active participation. I also create engaging lessons that keep students focused and motivated. When issues arise, I address them calmly and fairly using techniques like redirection and conflict resolution to maintain a positive and inclusive classroom atmosphere. So, very well summed up. Once again, I would recommend take note of this answer, but also put it in wording that you are comfortable with doing in your interview. Okay, so great. I will see you for question number 6 shortly. Hi, so moving on to question 6. Can you provide an example of how you have adapted a lesson to accommodate different learning styles? All right, so hit pause, have a think, and I will see you for the suggested answer. Hi, so let's compare your answer with what our suggested answer is and see what you can take from it. How you can work on your one to get your one better. All right, so for a lesson on vocabulary, I once designed a multisensory activity that catered to visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners. Visual learners were provided with flashcards and infographics. Auditory learners engaged in listening exercises and pronunciation practice. And kinesthetic learners participated in a vocabulary scavenger hunt around the classroom. This approach allowed all students to engage with the material in a way that suited their preferred learning style, leading to a more inclusive and effective learning experience. So, very good answer. How to address all different learning styles, and you're going to need to be able to show that you can do this. So take what you can from it, personalize it into something that you will remember. All right, so great, and I will see you shortly for the next question. Hi. All right, so question number 7. How do you integrate technology into your ESL teaching? Have a think, put the video on pause, and I will see you shortly with the suggested answer. Hi, so let's compare notes. So, suggested answer for question 7. Technology is an integral part of my teaching toolkit. I use interactive tools like Kahoot for quizzes, Quizlet for vocabulary practice, and educational apps that focus on language skills. In online classes, I utilize platforms like Zoom and Google Classroom to facilitate interactive lessons with breakout rooms for group work and Google Docs for collaborative writing activities. I also encourage students to use language learning apps and online resources outside of class to reinforce their learning. All right, so very good answer. You need to show that you are not scared of technology, that you are able to keep up to date with anything, any apps that are changing, any improvements you can make on yourself. So yes, very important. Take what you can from this and use your own words, your own experiences. Okay, so I will see you shortly for the next question. All right. So we're back with question number 8. How do you handle feedback from students and colleagues about your teaching? All right, so have a think, hit pause, and I will see you shortly. Hi, back again for the 8th answer and final answer. So we're almost done. Okay, so let's exchange notes again. So suggested answer for number 8. I view feedback as a valuable tool for professional growth. I actively seek feedback from my students through surveys and informal check-ins to understand their needs and preferences. I also welcome feedback from colleagues and supervisors, using it to reflect on my teaching practices and making adjustments where necessary. I am committed to continuous improvement and believe that constructive feedback is essential for developing as an educator. This one is 100% spot on. So, as a teacher, this is what your employer wants to hear, and this is the kind of mindset that you do need to have to take on constructive criticism. So, spot on. And yeah, so I hope you guys found this helpful, and I am available if you have any questions or any feedback. All right, so great job. I will see you soon. Bye.